Well, believe it or not, this is take 2 on the weekly update here for First Christian Church. Yeah, once again, I'm standing in downtown West Point, where, of course, over the last 5 years, there's been lots of changes that's been happening down here. We've had some very prominent staple businesses have closed, but other stores have taken their place. So you have, of course, the hardware store, Kellogg Hardware Store, So Sister So, and the Ice Cream Island, and of course, recently, Rose's Drug and Gift has stopped, but Rose's Gift Company is coming soon. So it's gone, but back, but different. That's the key. So lots of things seems to be changing, and lots of things seem to be taking the place of other things, and that's just growth. And so West Point, downtown, still growing. All right, so some of the announcements that I have for us on Sunday, really just 2. One is the board meeting immediately after the service on Sunday, so be prepared for that. And the second is this Sunday we are having a song service. So that means less preaching, more singing. I'm going to be out of the book of Revelation on Sunday. And I know those of you who have been keeping track are going to say, wow, you just jumped a bunch of books. Well, there's a point to that. And we will find out on Sunday the reason why. But I do want to read a little bit out of Revelation for you. It's one of my favorite. And I do this a lot, this verse or these verses out of the first chapter of Revelation. I do this a lot when I'm at funerals, when we're at the gravesite. But it gives a huge insight on who Jesus is and what how John tries to describe him. And listen to this. So Revelation chapter 1, it says this: I, John, your brother and companion in the suffering and kingdom and patient endurance that are ours in Jesus, was on the island of Patmos because of the word of God and the testimony of Jesus. On the Lord's day, I was in the Spirit, and I heard behind me a voice that sounded like a trumpet, which said, write on a scroll what you see and send it to the 7 churches in Ephesus, Smyrna, Pergamum, Thyatira, Sardis, Philadelphia, and Laodicea. I turned around to see the voice that was speaking to me. And when I turned, I saw 7 golden lampstands. And among the 7 lampstands was someone like the Son of Man, dressed in a robe reaching down to his feet and with a golden sash around his chest. His head and hair were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were like a blazing fire. His feet were like bronze glowing in a furnace, and his voice was like the sound of rushing waters. In his right hand he held 7 stars, and out of his mouth was a sharp double-edged sword. His face was like the sun shining in all of its brilliance. And when I saw him, I fell at his feet as though dead. Then he placed his right hand on me and said, do not be afraid. I am the first and the last. I am the living one. I was dead, and behold, I am now alive forever and ever. And I hold the keys to death and Hades. That's just in the first chapter. Sunday, we're going to read a lot more. Not a sermon, but reading. See you then. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you later. All right.